spot, but in those corners, I mean, living in a gym, he's really worked on that form. I think Carter Bryant coming in is a much better shooter, has a much better form and technique to his shot from day one. He's not as good an athlete as Aaron Gordon was, but this might sound counterintuitive, but he's also much more fluid than Aaron Gordon was, meaning that whole like turning your hips and changing direction in at a split second. You can see that just from that clip we played to start the show, DK. When he's picking up guys at half court, tipping the ball off of guards, and then finishing in the open at his age, he just has a lot of natural flow to his mechanics of the way his body moves for his size. And above and beyond everything else, DK, he might measure at 6'7" 3/4", but he's got the wingspan of a 7-footer. And that's so huge today for defenders to be able to get out and challenge guys. Victor Wembanyama shoots threes, DK. Like, they're a guy, it's not your 6'1" Mark Prices out there shooting threes anymore. So having a guy who's really long and active and can move his feet and is smart and can adjust and stay in front of good offensive players and understand their tendencies. Yeah, a lot of NBA GMs are either looking for a person that can be in that 1 or 2 spot to make your offense go, or a guy who can consistently be put in front of those great offensive players and slow them down a little bit. You're never going to stop guys like Harden and Curry, but you can make their nights long.
Carter Bryant staying in the NBA draft as expected. We'll kind of see where the mocks, if he can maybe be a guy that can get him. Right now, I think most have him between around 9 and 12. Can he be a guy that maybe goes even higher than that as this pre-draft process continues and he starts to get into actual buildings and teams get a chance to work him out on their own courts? Could he potentially be a guy that moves maybe even into the top 7 of this draft? A lot still to be looked at, as we still are probably well over a month. When is do you have the exact date of the draft, Jay?
Not in front of me, but I'll find it for you.
Usually late June. So we still probably have
June 25th.
Yeah,
June 25th.
We still have well over a month before we get to NBA draft night.
You know what's interesting to me is the scheduling from last year afforded the opportunity for Mr. Bryant to match up with number 1, a guy named Cooper, who's undoubtedly going to be the number 1 pick in the draft, and he's a swingman. But also Edgecombe, right, from Baylor, who's also a top 5 projected freshman pick. And both of those guys are guys that Carter Bryant matched up against. So there is film for GMs to go and see how he handled himself against guys who are coming into the NBA as offense-first guys. I think Carter's going to be more of the 3-and-D guy to start.
520-848-1290, 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You can call us at that number. You can text us at that number. Want to hear your thoughts, how you feel about now Carter Bryant not coming back. Would have been obviously a great piece to add to the incoming freshman class, a veteran piece. Probably would have been, if not the best player, one of the best players coming back, but that's not going to happen now. So you're rolling with what you've got, your 4 freshmen. You've got Anthony Delorso coming back. You've got Toby Awaka coming back, along likely with Jaden Bradley. Obviously, Jaden is still going through this process to kind of find out where he stands, but I think the betting play there is more likely that Jaden Bradley will be back in a uniform here in Tucson for a second season as the main point guard and 3rd season overall with the University of Arizona Wildcats. So still a pretty solid club that Tommy Lloyd has, and he's got those other freshman bigs that he's recruited of late, the international kids. So he's made sure that he's got himself some guys that can kind of come in and take that role as well. So this is kind of how it works nowadays. You kind of have some guys that are going to test those waters. Some are going to stay in and go ahead and leave. Some of them are not.
Have you heard the name potentially that could replace him on the roster?
Carter Bryant.
Yes.
No.
Do you remember a certain ASU basketball player that hit a 70-footer in McHale to beat Arizona? Remember how he has a brother?
Yeah.
So Devin Cambridge was granted a 7th year of eligibility. He played his last 2 years at Texas Tech, and there's discussions. Apparently, Arizona's in the mix. He's a 6'6" swing. He sat out the last couple of – well, he didn't sit out. He played limited games the last few years due to injury, but apparently he's 100% healthy. So that's a name I've heard recently that – because
Devin
now that
Cambridge.
Yeah, that does open up a roster spot. He did play high school basketball here in Arizona, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
I think so.
There you go. Well, I mean, Tommy hasn't necessarily added that veteran piece that we have become accustomed.
Yeah, usually that's a little later in the process, right? I mean, the
Right.
guys who've transferred in, I'm trying to think. I think like Cedric Henderson was pretty late, but the guys since then, like since the portal has opened in the last 4 years, a lot of those have been roster positional moves, right? Where you're not really sure at the start of the portal opening whether or not you're going to have players go to the NBA or not. So, that process is definitely still ongoing.
Devin Cambridge has obviously battled some injuries the last couple of years, so he's not been at the top of his game, but definitely a young man that when he is healthy can provide a spark for whatever team is lucky enough to have his services for sure. All right, short show today. Short show. We've got you till 5 o'clock. The NFL is going to release their schedules. They've been leaking it because, the NFL, they're known to just leak stuff. So that's kind of how it works. In the National Football League, they're going to be leaking their schedule in full here coming up at 5 o'clock. It is the schedule release show, courtesy of Westwood One. We will carry that for you here this evening from 5 o'clock until 7 o'clock. Find out. I want to know, what are you most anticipating with your favorite team? Who is your favorite team? And what's the thing that you're most anticipating wanting to find out? It's already been revealed that the Browns are going to be in London on my birthday, Sunday, October the 5th. My birthday's on a Sunday this year. They're going to be playing in London. I don't know that I'm going to be in London, but I am anxious to find out when they're going to be playing in Las Vegas. Las Vegas, for me, is a little bit more doable than London, although a 58th birthday trip to London would not necessarily be a bad thing.
If you like crumpets, get after it.
There you go. There you go. This is the second time in like 10 years. I think they were in London, and I think they played the Vikings like 2017 or 2018.
They're going big with these international games this
There's a lot of
this
them.
era.
There is a lot of them for sure. I think there's a game in Mexico again this year.
Yeah,
as well.
I remember last year was the first year ever in NFL history that they played on all 7 days of the week, Monday through Sunday. That had to do something with some of those were on obviously those international trips.
October 5th, my birthday is not a bye week, unfortunately, for the Arizona Wildcats. The Wildcats will be hosting Oklahoma State on that Saturday, so I will not be going. I generally try not to miss home games if I can, so no London for me there. Our bye weeks this year are September the 20th for Arizona, and then October the 25th. So they're about a month apart, September and October.
The Viking fans, the Viking players, we're going to start to hear some chatter from Viking players here any day because the Vikings, if you didn't hear, got scheduled for two
games.
Two games.
Yeah,
one in
usually that's Jacksonville.
One in London and one in Dublin, and they're like a month apart. So the jet lag during those 2 weeks and then coming back to the States is going to be a little rough.
Yeah, that's not going to be fun whatsoever. So we'll have that coming up for you at 5 o'clock. Trey Spivey is going to join us on the show. Arizona wide receiver, a high school star here within the state of Arizona. Decided he was initially recruited by the U of A, but decided to go to Kansas State. He is the son of Junior Spivey. You might remember Junior. Played some baseball with the Diamondbacks back in the day on that 2001 World Series team. I had a chance to have Junior on one of my minor league teams back when I was in Memphis in 2007. So familiar with Junior, and his son Trey is now on the Arizona football team. So we'll talk to Trey Spivey coming up later this hour here as we take you right up to 5 o'clock. Bet MGM Network Top Play. In fact, we're going to give you that coming up because it's the Celtics and Knicks tip off at the top of the hour. And we've got a play on that game for you, as well as we've got some plays for the PGA Championship that we'll talk about coming up later in the show as well. DK on the Sports Tip. Cricket is getting you home every 20 minutes on the fives with your traffic and your weather.
From the AutoNation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, this is Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together. With a collision Pantano near Escalante on Pantano to the south of Escalante, and also some slowing at Ajo and Mission for westbound and southbound travel. 57 the overnight low, 86 tomorrow and 82. Now I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Savings are in full bloom at Lowe's. Right now, get Miracle Grow 3/4 cubic foot all-purpose garden soil for just $2. Shop these savings and more at Lowe's. Valid through 5/14. Excludes Hawaii and Alaska. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
Discover luxury at BMW of Tucson, your premier BMW dealership. Explore our extensive inventory, lease specials, and state-of-the-art service. Visit us at the Tucson Auto Mall or at bmwoftucson.com today.
Wildcat fans, Taco Bell is a proud partner of Arizona Athletics and is ready to serve you. We're open for breakfast. Fire up your mornings with breakfast at Taco Bell. You've heard about Happy Hour? Well, try Happier Hour at your local Taco Bell for $1 beverages. From 2 p.m. to 5 p.m., choose any regular freezes or medium drink for $1. It's the happiest time of the day. Taco Bell is locally owned and operated and is looking forward to serving Wildcat fans. Stay safe, bear down, and live Moss.
You wanted to see me, Ron?
Yeah, see that woman sitting there? When did we hire her?
Oh, we didn't hire her. It's Take Your Mom to Work Day.
I've never heard of that.
Saw it on the internet.
Oh boy.
Hey guys, it's neat that Gary has a mom and all, but shouldn't we be talking about Alaska vacations?
That's why I brought Mom in.
I'm sure she's a lovely lady, but she can't promise a 1-year no-breakdown guarantee the way Alaskan AC does.
Nope.
And she doesn't promise lower energy bills the way Alaskan AC does.
Nope.
And she doesn't make sure people's air conditioner lasts longer than average, the way Alaskan AC does.
Nope. But she sings.
If you want your AC to last all summer long, with an Alaska vacation, it will always blow strong.
Wow.
Double wow.
Thanks, Mom.
Anything for the president of the company. How long have you two boys worked for Gary?
Gary!
Hey, gotta go. Promise to take Mom to lunch. Bye.
If you want your AC to last all summer long, with an Alaska vacation, it will always blow strong.
Schedule now at alaskanac.com.
Think Tucson is a boring place with nothing to do? Wrong. Roadhouse Cinemas is proud to announce the newest addition to the family, called Roadie's Lanes, Games, and Gastropub. It's a family entertainment center. Roadie's features axe throwing, spark bowling, crazy darts, state-of-the-art laser tag, 100 arcade games with an uber-cool redemption center, big screen TVs everywhere for all the action, and a sports bar with 2 giant 14-foot LED TVs perfect to catch the latest game. Roadie's also has a full-service bar and kitchen serving up great eats to please everyone. So come on down and check out Tucson's newest and best family entertainment center. Kids are gonna love it, and so will Mom and Dad. Roadie's Lanes, Games, and Gastropub, now open on the corner of Swan and Grant in the Crossroads Festival.
And this Friday, we've got a sweet deal for you from Roadie's. You can get a $50 Roadie's game card for just $25. And this sweet deal will go on sale this Friday morning at 8:30 at WildcatsRadio1290.com.
Progressive knows owning a home can be hard, but not always. Like when you're relaxing on your patio, enjoying a nice, quiet evening. So quiet. Except for the sound of the neighbor's party. Which you said you'd go to if you weren't busy. And your quiet night on the patio, that's not exactly busy, is it? Maybe you should just stay inside. At least Progressive's Home Quote Explorer lets you easily compare rates, so shopping for insurance is the easiest part of owning a home. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it. But not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. HIMS.com/JOY.
Hello, Tucson. Alex Medina here, owner of Oral Ford. We have great news. Ford Motor Company is extending employee pricing through May, but I'm going beyond and selling all your favorite Fords for $1,500 under Ford employee pricing. Oral Ford is striving to be your #1 Ford store in Tucson with no ridiculous dealer add-ons, and you always save 2% in taxes. Plus, $1,500 better than Ford employee pricing. Exclusively at Oral Ford. Drive a little, save a lot.
DK on the sports tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
520-848-1290, 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You can call us at that number. You can text us at that number. Time now for your BetMGM Network top play. Before I give it to you, though, today, let's review what we had from last night. We had a win and we had a loss last night. We won with the Giants beating the Diamondbacks. We'll get into that a little bit later in your Diamondbacks download, but we had the Giants on the money line last night, so we did pick up a win there. But we lost with the Mets on the run line over the Pirates. New York just winning that game 2-1. We needed them to win by 2 runs or more. That did not. The good pitching got the good pitching we thought we would get from the Mets there with Kodasinga, but did not get the offense we were hoping to get with the Mets. So 12 win, lose 1290, win 1264. What's that a difference of? If my Mike math is correct, that's 26 cents.
Yes.
So we are down 26 more cents from where we were yesterday, down to $100.65 from yesterday. Let's let you know what we've got coming up for the Celtics and Knicks, who are about to play little basketball tonight in Boston.
I'm Det Day, here to help you beat the books with the BetMGM Network. I'm headed to the hardwood in the Eastern Conference playoffs and taking the Celtics team total under 106.5. The Knicks defense has been really impressive this series. They've held Boston under that number in 2 of the 4 games, and that was with Jason Tatum. Without Jason Tatum, I think Boston's going to be in trouble on offense, which is why I'm taking the Celtics under 106.5. I'm Det Day from the BetMGM Network. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetMGM app today. Please gamble responsibly.
All right, so Celtics without Jason Tatum under 106.5 is the play. Right now, that is sitting at minus 118 over at the Desert Diamond Casino Sportsbook. So your 1290 bet on the Celtics scoring less than 106.5 points will get you back $10.96. That game tips off at the top of the hour in Boston, where the Celtics, like the Cavaliers, trail 3-1. The Cavaliers, of course, are now out of it. And then later on tonight, the Warriors will try to stay alive. They are down 3-1 going on the road to Minnesota. Minnesota trying to punch their ticket to the Western Conference Finals and await the winner of the Nuggets-Thunder series. Knicks can clinch theirs, and it'll be a Knicks-Pacers series in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just think percentages always even out. And this has been the best three-point shooting team in the league, the Celtics team this year. And this has been the worst stretch they've had all season long. And even without Jason Tatum, like Jaylen Brown is shooting 30% from 3 in the playoffs. That's outrageous. He's a much better shooter than that. And they average something like 114. And obviously, Tatum's their best player. 106, though, seems really pretty low. I mean, the Knicks perimeter defenders are elite. There's no doubt about that. But I think the Celtics will knock a few more threes down, win one for Tatum type of thing.
We shall see. We shall see. Talking about Carter Bryant, who met the media today in Chicago at the NBA Draft Combine. We played you a little bit of it in the first segment. Let's hear all of what Carter had to say about his NBA draft prospects. If you didn't get a chance to hear what we had on in the first segment, he said that he is all in on the NBA draft, not returning to play at Arizona. Here's Carter Bryant.
We've been so excited. We've been really anxious. I think we've just see who we're playing. We've been so excited. We've been really anxious. I think we've just see who we're playing and for the state. It kind of for the girls stuff like that, and so to see it together.
All right, well, that's definitely obviously not Carter Bryant, but we will get you to Carter Bryant coming up here shortly. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program, 520-848-1290. While we have a moment, I will tell you that one of the things you definitely want to do is download the Wildcats 1290 app. It slaps. We'll have all your coverage. You can listen to this weekend's Arizona baseball series on the road at Houston by downloading the Arizona Wildcats app. Now, let's hear from Carter Bryant on his pre-draft process and the NBA Draft Combine.
That's something that I watch a lot of film on Kyrie, Devin Booker, Jason Tatum as well. So I understand there's a progression to get to that point, but knowing that I'm capable of doing that as well.
So it seems like defending first and then as the fall here, like playmaking.
For sure. I know I'm capable of becoming one of the best players in this league. And it's just something that you have to work towards every day.
And then the second question is, like, you're part of kind of like this first generation of guys who come into the league for NIL, right? He's starting to beat money in college. Obviously not the case in 2021.
Right.
How do you think that airs into the NBA, or how's that impacting your life as you become, I guess, true pro? Half pro?
Yeah, I think it's something that's beautiful for the game. A lot of guys should have been paid before. A lot of guys that had a very large impact on the game of basketball. But I think it's a beautiful thing. Being able to play the game you love and get paid at an earlier level, it's something you don't take for granted.
Thank you.
Is there someone who, once you enter the NBA, you're like most excited to match up against right away?
Everybody. I would say D-Book.
Okay.
D-Book. I can't wait to match against him. So, guys like Trey Murphy. Trey, that's my guy. I would say I look up to Jason Tatum when he gets back healthy. Kyrie Irving, obviously, when he gets back healthy as well. There's a lot of guys I can't wait to match up with. It's a league that you get a great matchup every night. You get to play against the best players in the world, so I'm looking forward to playing against everybody.
Other than yourself, is there a prospect who you think should be talked about more, is maybe underrated, the draft process?
Sure, I feel like there's a few guys. I think Miles Bird, very underrated athlete. Good, he has a knack for making shots, a knack defensively, getting in passing lanes, being able to make reads defensively. And then I think also Drake Powell. Drake Powell is a name that I think is a name that needs to be going around NBA roles. He's a great athlete, great basketball player, and he's a good human being as well.
Have you met the Bucks yet?
No, sir.
Do you have anything planned with them that you know?
I believe I'm supposed to meet with them on Friday.
Right. How would you describe that interview process with all the team? Bouncer anything through?
I mean, I think it's a great experience. It's such a unique experience. Not many people get the opportunity to be here. So first thing for me is I'm trying to soak it out, win, and take advantage of the moment. Just appreciate every opportunity I get to do something. But it's a great experience, being able to go in the room, answer questions, being able to be yourself, be authentic. It's a great experience.
Carter, can you talk about any gains you made this year, and specifically like the progress you saw with your shooting?
Yeah, I think as this year progressed, I spent a lot of time with TJ Benson and with Rem Bakamis. They did a great job at kind of speeding up my shot, allowing me to get my feet down. I think as the season progressed, I got a lot more comfortable on shooting off the move shots and off the dribble shots. I think we saw as the season progressed, I made a lot of big time shots, and I think that's just a testament to my work and my coaching staff and the belief that the coaching staff had on me as well.
And then second part, in high school, you ran out for your pass quite a bit. That's something that people who saw you at Arizona don't necessarily have a full appreciation for yet. Talk to me about that part of your game.
Yeah, I would say outside of defense, passing is one of my favorite things to do on the floor. I think with myself, I try to get to spots where I'm one pass away from everything, and I think just simplifying the game allows me to do that. So not necessarily that I'm the spectacular passer, but I make the game so simple that reads are easy to make. You have to be able to make reads that are repeatable. So I think that's what comes with being a great passer.
Who's your favorite NBA player?
All time or right now?
Either. Both.
All time, I'm going to go Kobe Bryant and Tracy McGrady. And then right now, I'm going to go Devin Booker, Jason Tatum, and Kyrie.
Any particular reason for any of those guys who kind of lump them together with something?
They all play with the simplicity of the game. All those guys I named off. I think Jason Tatum, when he really simplifies the game and gets to his mid-range, gets to his bumps, his fades, and all those things, he's one of the most unstoppable players in the league. I mean, he's 6'10", probably about 240, so it's hard to stop a guy when he has the will to just go finish at the rim and shoot over the top of you like that. And obviously with Kobe, D-Book, and Kyrie, even Tracy McGrady, I feel like a lot of those dudes fall into the same tree in terms of being able to make difficult shots and make the game simple.
What did you major at?
Say again?
What did you major at college?
I was undecided, but I was going to go criminal justice. I'm doing this in my sophomore year.
And your grade point average is pretty good.
Yeah, it was a 3.8.
That's pretty good.
He's very consistent passer at West. Now, there's still maybe some decisions for you about whether you're going to return to Arizona, whether you can officially declare. Have you decided yet?
Yeah, I've officially declared for the draft. Yes, sir.
What teams have you met with? You can have a sense of what your ranking would be.
I try not to worry about that. That's something I try to allow my agency and the people around me to deal with. But I've met with the Dallas Mavericks today. I met with the Golden State Warriors, the Brooklyn Nets, the Portland Trailblazers. I met with the Minnesota Timberwolves as well.
For you going against Duke twice this year, what were the challenges of facing Kawhi?
I mean, he's a great basketball player. I think many people obviously have seen that. He's a guy that can finish with both hands. He's a smart player. He makes some reads, so that's why he's so difficult to defend. And I think Duke did a great job of putting him in actions to put you at a disadvantage as a defender. They put him in spots, whether that was the elbows, as a trailer at the top of the key, to where you had to be in help constantly. And as soon as the action hit, you had a decision to make. So guarding him was definitely tough.
Why did the coach want to speed up your shot?
Just for the consistency of it. I think getting your feet down is something that plays a large role in having a consistent shot. That power kind of generates through your whole body. So speeding up my footwork allowed me to kind of get my hands and my feet underneath myself so I could have a fluid jump shot.
I'm sorry.
No.
Now, when did it start to feel natural?
I feel like I've always had a natural feeling to shoot the ball, but the consistency came probably towards the middle of the season when conference play came around. It was something we were working on every day. I mean, I was coming in 3 times a day. The last workout of the day was all shot prep stuff, just getting my lineup. Clement Chenault, one of our managers at Arizona, did a great job, and props to him. I was coming in every night. He was coming in with me 2 hours. First hour, we were touching the 3-point line, and then the second hour, we were kind of just getting into my rhythm stuff, allowing myself to make shots.
Carter, what have the interviews with teams been like? How did they compare to your expectations?
It's been amazing. I'm a kid that just dreamed to be in this position. So, in my head, and if you just told 8-year-old Carter that he would be in this position, he's ecstatic. So I kind of just try to approach it with that same mindset, try not to put too much stress and pressure on yourself. I'm not going to act like I didn't have any nerves, but the first meeting I went in, I remember my voice felt kind of shaky almost, not a lack of confidence thing, but it's almost like, wow, you're really here, kid. This is the moment you've been dreaming of.
Is it mostly interviews, or are you doing film breakdowns?
It's been a lot of everything. I mean, I've had teams where I've had to draw on a board and they wanted me to draw a player or two. I've had teams where they've just asked me questions in a more serious manner. I've had more of a casual conversation with teams, and not teams where I watch pretty much straight film and they wanted me to kind of see my thought process going through plays.
Are you trying to get to know them as well as them trying to get to know you?
Yeah, of course. I mean, you want to be surrounded by a good group of people and people that believe in you. So as much as they're learning about me, I'm learning about them, just taking my mental notes and things of that nature. Obviously, I don't get to choose where I go, but just understanding that you remember people's names and things of those sorts. It's just things that are very important, because obviously the league is people move. People at the top of the organizations move along with players, so you just have to be able to present yourself well in front of others.
Carter Bryant, Arizona basketball forward, all in on the NBA draft. Threw a shout out to TJ Benson from the staff for helping him with his shooting. Said that the one guy you can't wait to go up against in the NBA is none other than Devin Booker of the Phoenix Suns. And maybe the funniest question was, what's your major?
Yeah. 4 months on campus.
4 months on campus. I don't think he had time to come up with a major.
Well, here's the thing. I think anybody listening to that can take away that clearly the young man is an incredibly intelligent, deep-thinking person, right? You just listen to him talk, and the amount of passion he has for those who came before him, DK. So we're talking about a person who is a very fluid athlete, has a very good vertical. Obviously, we saw that at the Combine yesterday. And is intelligent and above and beyond takes criticisms.
Right.
Is willing to learn. Is coachable, DK. So, again, if people are wondering why a lot of GMs, he was somewhere in the late teens or 20s 4 months ago. And a lot of the mocks have slid him up into the lottery. And that's why. We're talking about a guy who is he has the tools right now, but he's also moldable, DK. And that bit he talked about getting his feet set under his jump shot. He had a nice jump shot coming in, but just to make it as repeatable as possible, that's a pro mindset.
Well, we'll see. We shall see. Two of the mocks that I generally look at is the NBA.com, their own mock. Right now, they still have him outside of the lottery at 14 to the San Antonio Spurs. And then CBSSports.com has him down as far as 16. still. So there's still a lot of questions. Some people have him high. Some people have him kind of low. At 16, he would be an Orlando Magic, so he might actually follow that same path.
You got to think
Aaron
of it like
Gordon
this.
did.
The top 5, top 8 maybe are pretty locked in relative to talent. You're going to pick talent over need. But once you get past maybe the 8th, 10th pick, DK, so many of those are interchangeable. Like Edgar Demon's a good example from BYU. A really good young prospect, but he's a pass-first point guard who can't shoot right now. So if you're a team that has a point guard but is looking for a wing at that spot and you have those two players to choose from, Carter Bryant's your guy. So it really just depends who's available, because there's newsflash, Giannis is available right now, okay? We don't know where Kevin Durant is going to be next year. There are a lot of big NBA pieces that are going to be moving in the next few months, likely. And what happens when they move, DK, is a lot of other ancillary players and draft picks gets moved as well. So we don't even know if those 8, 9, 10, 11 through 15 picks are solid as they are now. It's hard to even predict what team you'd go to. But I would just look at the need of those teams. When you get in that section and he's available, it's really going to be based on need.
520-848-1290. We're going to talk some football. Trey Spivey going to join us in this hour. University of Arizona new wide receiver. Cricket getting you home every 20 minutes on the 5s with your traffic and your weather.
From the AutoNation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, this is your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together. Fantano near Escalante. Collision occurred on Fantano to the south of Escalante. Some slowing on southbound Nogales Highway approaching Los Reales. Also busy westbound Ajo at Mission. 57 the overnight low, 86 tomorrow, and 82 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Don't postpone better sleep. Shop Mattress Firm's Memorial Day sale now. Upgrade to a premium bed from a curated selection and take your rest to the next level. Don't miss out. Visit Mattress Firm today. Get matched. Sleep at night.
The Big 12 regular season road comes to an end for Arizona in Houston this weekend.
And that strike 3 called 10 in a row, retired now by Smith Bailey.
The series opener on Thursday with coverage at 4:20 on your home for U of A Athletics. Wildcats Radio 1290.
3 short numbers at the PGA Championship. I'm Joe Ostrowski here to help you beat the books with the BetMGM Network. Rory McIlroy and Scotty Scheffler are 5-1 co-favorites for the second major of the season. Bryson DeChambeau getting bet nonstop and down to 8-1. Don't forget that Ludwig Oberg was right there at the Masters until the very end. Luda 28-1. I'm Joe Ostrowski from the BetMGM Network. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetMGM app today. Please gamble responsibly.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/music. That's ethos.com/music.
So hot. Hi, can I help you?
Good afternoon. We're with Goodfellas AC Rapid Response Team.
But I didn't call yet.
That's how fast we are, man.
Just as I thought. This AC is out.
No, we're not gonna lose it. Come on. Come on. Don't you die on me.
Johnson, get a hold of yourself. Sorry, we take this very seriously.
Wow, you fellas are good.
It's not just a name, ma'am.
It's who we are kind of thing.
Good service, good prices, Goodfellas. GoodfellasAC.com.
Sean Furrier for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Spring is on its way to southern Arizona, and while we're hoping for a few more weeks of mild weather, we know extreme heat comes next. So right now is the time to get your car or truck road trip ready. And with 14 convenient locations, Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care is the place. Not sure about your car's air conditioner? Need to check out that light on your dashboard? Or make sure your battery can make it through another summer? Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care is here to help. With decades of experience here in Arizona and dozens of Top Shop awards for tires and automotive maintenance. And right now, save big on the brands you love, like Michelin, and get big rebates, like $100 back on Cooper tires. Plus, buy 3, get 1 free on Cooper's new Pro Control Series tires. You can stack on even more savings when you pay with your Jack Furrier card. Check out jackfurriers.com for all the promotions and details, and even more money-saving coupons on top of our already low prices. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, since 1960, here to get you there.
At Straight Talk, we are all about no-brainers. Calling Grandma for her recipe, no-brainer. Streaming one more episode at 2 a.m., big no-brainer. Getting real unlimited data where you buy bananas, the ultimate no-brainer. Switch now and get a free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G or Moto G Power 5G 2024 with select plans. Straight Talk, real unlimited data. Available at Walmart and straighttalk.com. All unlimited data where you buy bananas and get a free Samsung Galaxy 24 with select plans. Straight Talk, real unlimited data. Available at Walmart and straighttalk.com. Offer valid through 5/19/25. Taxes and fees apply. Requires in-store single line activation on qualifying plan. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com/terms. Copyright 2025 Verizon.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/music. That's ethos.com/music.
DK on the sports tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You can call us at that number. You can text us at that number. We're going to be, we're still probably 2 months away still from Big 12 Football Media Day, which won't be in Las Vegas this year. It's going to be down in the state of Texas, but never too early to talk some Arizona football. Pleased to be joined right now by new wide receiver Trey Spivey out of Chandler, Arizona. The name may sound familiar. He's the son of Junior Spivey, and Junior, of course, played a number of years with the Arizona Diamondbacks in the major leagues as well as other teams. And Trey, choosing his path on the football field, has found his way back to the University of Arizona. And Trey, appreciate you taking a few minutes to join us. Let's start from the beginning for you, because you were actually recruited by the previous staff here, the Jed Fish and company, before they made the decision to go up to Washington. What was their pitch to you about Arizona that made you kind of consider Arizona the first time around?
Hey, how you doing? I'd say originally it was just the fact that I'd be able to stay home, be a hometown hero. My family making it to games and help kind of turn around the trajectory of the time of Arizona football. They were coming off a rough season, but I kind of seen the vision with Jed Fish and his staff, how they were willing to turn it around. And I also appreciated them because they recruited a lot more in-state players than at the time of ASU, they were really recruiting heavy in state. And even before that staff for Jed Fish wasn't really recruiting heavy in state, but they made it really feel like a home feeling. And, that was huge for me. And they also connected really well with my family too. So, the fact that my family was really comfortable with them, liked them, and I knew that they were coaches that knew what they were talking about and could help me develop was a huge reason why I considered them.
So do you remember who was on your recruiting trip, or any of those players still around right now that kind of showed you around and kind of gave you the lay of the land of the program?
I remember on my official visit, it was during the summer, and there was a receiver by the name of AJ. He's not at the school anymore, but I remember him, and there were some players that were on the team, but like I said, it was during summer, so there weren't a lot of people around. It wasn't like a game, atmosphere, so I didn't meet a whole bunch of people. It was more so I was with a lot more other recruits that were also taking official visits, and yeah.
So what in the end made Kansas State initially the place that you wanted to go to start your college football career?
I believe that it was, the sense of that 2020, I want to say 2 year, they came off a Big 12 championship, and that staff was really really, really huge on me, same way Arizona was. But I knew it was like a school known for hard work, a school that was known to like prides itself on how they play football, and they didn't really sell me on the fact of like, oh, stuff's gonna be given to you. You know, it's like at K-State at the time, it was more of a like you're gonna work, but we believe that you can, you can help optimize our football team in the best way possible, and they showed they really believed in me. So I think that was huge for me, and just like the given track record of Kansas State football over the past few years, consistently good, hardworking team. It kind of made me change my mind because originally I kind of had committed to Arizona out of high school. I never announced it, but on my official visit, I had committed with my friend Genesis. We had both committed. He ended up announcing it, and I didn't end up announcing mine, and I ended up changing to Kansas State. I want to say like 2 weeks, 3 weeks before signing day. It was kind of just in the moment. I've been thinking on it and ended up flipping.
You mentioned your friend and high school teammate, Genesis Smith, who is obviously a huge part of this Arizona Wildcats defense. What role did he play when now you decided, okay, maybe Kansas State is not the right place for me? I might want to look for another school. What conversations did you have with him about this new atmosphere and new coaching staff now at the University of Arizona?
I think that he definitely played a big part in it, just off the fact of at the time he had entered the portal and he ended up staying, and I was already considering Arizona. But when he withdrew his name from the portal, it kind of showed me like he really believes in his team. It's not just a fluke, you know what I'm saying? He really believes that this team can be something special. He really believes in himself, the culture there. So it kind of was like an add-on. It was a plus, and just the fact like he's my best friend. So getting to come back and play with my best friend, it's kind of cool. We got the same number and everything. So it's pretty awesome. I always say he copied me because in high school I wore 12. He wore 2. So he can say he had 12. He can say he had 12 first, but really he copied me.
Now they're both wearing number 12 for your Arizona Wildcats, one on offense, one on defense. It seems like you guys got the same measurables, too. I mean, you're a little bit taller, 6'4". He's 6'2". You got him by about 10 pounds. So I'm sure we're going to be getting the two of you confused out there on the field for sure. I got to ask you because one of my college friends is a longtime assistant coach at Hamilton High School. So I got to ask you if you have any Mark Tucker stories for me.
Oh, man, Coach Tuck. Oh, man, there's a lot of stories, man. I got to sit here and think about a full one, but I just remember walking in and being so completely intimidated by him. You know what I'm saying? Just because, like, when I first got to high school, he's one of the hugest dudes, like one of the biggest dudes you'll ever see. And, he can be stern, but once he starts laughing and you really spend time and talk with him, he's such a great guy, and he's for the kids. So I'll always have the utmost respect for Coach Tuck, man. I love Coach Tuck. He was huge in my development at Hamilton. Even though he's the O-line coach, just sitting there talking with him, talking about the things that I need to do to go to the next level, succeed. Even before leaving when I was leaving the college, the conversations I had with him were huge because you talk with him and you know how genuine of a person he is. And he's been at Hamilton for, I want to say 20 plus years. Like he's been at Hamilton forever.
Yeah.
And he does it because he loves the kids. He does it because he just loves football. He loves the kids. So it's rare to see coaches like that.
Trey Spivey is our guest, Arizona Wildcats redshirt sophomore wide receiver. So break down spring for me, Trey, what you liked about the offense. Obviously, Seth Dagey, new offensive coordinator, working with Noah Fafita. You guys got a really intriguing wide receiver room. What were your takeaways from the spring?
The spring definitely fortified my thoughts of what I would be coming into for this offense. Coach Dagey, he's a great coach. Love his energy. You sit in a meeting with him, and off the first 10 minutes, you'll see what type of coach he is. He's ready. He wants to punch defenses in the mouth. It's almost like he wants pressure. Like he wants to show how much fight he has in him. Like he has something to prove. And that's huge from a player standpoint because as players, we always feel like we got something to prove. So when you have an offensive coordinator that feels like he got to prove something and he wants it, he wants to shock the world and show how powerful that this offense can be. And also at the same time have faith in the offense, constantly reassuring that he believes in us, what we can do this season. It's great. And then along with just our offense, all the receivers that we bring in, I think it's huge, like our receiver dynamic, because we have a receiver that can do anything. We have multiple receivers that can do anything, play different spots in the field. We're such a fast offense, and it's an extreme amount of depth at the receiver position, because we have players that already were here solidified, and then all the players that we bring in from the portal, we can all ball, we can all go. Like I genuinely feel like all the receivers we have could go to other schools and start, you know what I'm saying? Like easily. So I think that when you have this much depth in a receiver room that's constantly pushing each other, who knows? Like the sky's the limit for us.
Trace Spivey is joining us, wide receiver, Arizona Wildcats. You're 6'4", Trace. So will we see you mostly on the edge, kind of one of the outside receiver positions?
Yeah, so right now I'm playing the X. So I've been outside a lot, but I believe I'm an extremely versatile receiver. I can play inside. I can play slot. At my last school, I played the Z, so I was playing outside and slot. I love to keep defenses on their toes and be dynamic from all over the field. So I feel like when there's a big receiver that can do that, I feel like there's only so much that you can do to game plan against that because you never know what's coming next.
I mentioned, obviously, son of Junior Spivey, a longtime Major League Baseball player. Why football, not baseball for you?
Man, honestly, growing up, I always thought baseball was going to be my sport. Really, I thought football was going to be my last sport. So I played football, baseball, and basketball. And I really thought that I was going to end up – I've always thought, like, whatever sport I played, I was going to go to the league regardless. But I always believed that it was going to be baseball or basketball. And I want to say in middle school was when I was really, like, producing in football. I was like, okay, like I'm really enjoying football. And I got to high school. I was a DN, and I ended up moving to receiver. And I just started getting recruited earlier in football. I was playing so many sports that I couldn't really do like club baseball. So I was really banking on a lot of the high school stuff. In my junior year, the coach had told me I was trying out, and I was pitching, and I had a really good tryout. You know what I'm saying? I was throwing 90, 91, 92 off the mound. I got a curveball that I love. You know what I'm saying? So I was real confident, but my coach told me that he thought I was too focused on football to play on the team. Because during the spring was when spring evaluation was. So there was a lot of college coaches coming to watch our practices during the spring. So now I would have to do part of tryouts and then leave, go to football. And I guess the baseball coach didn't like that I was doing that. So I didn't. He's like, the exact words, he was like, I don't think you're committed enough to baseball. I was like, all right, I'm not committed enough, I guess. So then I just stayed locked in. That spring, I picked up some more offers, and I just kind of kept it rolling through there.
What were your impressions of Noah Fafita?
Oh, man, love Noah. I remember in the portal, he reached out, and he was like, hey, man, let's come do this, man. Like he believes I can change it around. And I believe, Genesis, I have my teammates, they were over there, and they're like, and, we got to get Trey over here. So I talked with Noah, and he's one of the most genuine people you'll ever meet. Like, you would think with a player that good, that much caliber would be, somebody more cocky or just, you might not be able to gauge the type of person he is. But as soon as you talk to him, you see how down to earth he is, how humble he is, how much he cares for the team, his teammates, loves to put in work. It really shocked me because I didn't know what to expect, and it was awesome, man. I remember coming in and just throwing extra with him, getting to talk with him what his visions were for the team this season. It was huge. So I'm super excited this season with Noah. I love him. He's such a great personality, great character. I believe that those characteristics show in his leadership.
Did you get a chance at all to chat with Teto McMillan? He was around during the spring. Did he give you any piece of advice at all about how to maybe approach things?
Yeah, he did. So I talked with him, and kind of same thing with him. Like, I didn't know what to expect meeting him, and he's a super cool person, real funny. Talked with him kind of about the draft, how the season was for him last year, and he kind of talked about how his draft process went, interviewing with different coaches and teams. And one of the pieces of advice that he gave me that stuck out was never really you don't want to put anything bad on film. You know, coaches will look at everything. It doesn't matter what game, what year. You don't want to put bad stuff on film because they'll find it. And in those meetings, they'll ask you, what were you thinking here? What were you doing here? So that's one thing that I'm going to take with me into the season is how I carry myself on the field, making sure I don't leave any lazy plays. I don't leave anything on the field, put my all in every single play.
That's a great piece of advice, Trey, because like you mentioned, everything's on tape now, and they will find the lazy plays because they want to know if you're that type of player, and you definitely don't want to show them that you are. You want to show them that you're a player that takes it out there 100%. Every single time. Trey, we are looking forward to watching you. I had a chance go back and tell Dad. I said, tell Dad you talked to the brother that was the radio announcer that year he played in Memphis. He was on that team. I think it was 2007. So I've had a chance to be around your dad a little bit, and then looking forward to seeing you play. Best of luck, continued success over the summer in the player run practices, and we'll see you in the fall.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you. Have a good one, sir.
Trey Spivey, Ernest Lee Spivey III, wide receiver now for the Arizona Wildcats. That is a huge pickup for this offense to have a young man like that. And again, it's Trey Spivey is exactly the kind of kid I've been talking about. You're in on him early, out of high school. You present the plan. Again, it was a different coaching staff, but it's still Arizona. And you show them the things that they want to see. And yeah, kids are going to make a decision to go somewhere else. Not everybody wants. Sometimes you got to spread your wings. You want to go away. You want to live your life. You want to try something different. But you want to be, if you're Arizona, you want to be that bounce back school. You want to make sure that, hey, if that kid you're recruiting, he decides to go somewhere else, that place doesn't work out, you want to make sure that Arizona is the place that those kids are bouncing back to.
Maybe he just likes purple.
Possibly, my wife loves purple. That was our wedding color. So.
Maybe he really vibed with Manhattan.
I didn't. That was the one question I didn't get a chance to ask him. I was going to ask him if for a kid from the big city, Phoenix, if going to Manhattan was a culture shock.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Out in the middle of nowhere. You know what I mean? It's like just out there.
Well, Manhattan's like 60,000, I think, something like that. And
yeah.
Chandler, I mean, the greater Phoenix Valley area is up to like 4.5 million these days. So you can't really get away from anybody up there. So maybe it's nice. Maybe it's nice you grow up in a big town and you get a chance to get away, maybe not be around so surrounded by people all the time.
Yeah, you got to see. Everybody's got to live something down. But college town, don't get me wrong. College towns are awesome. I spent time growing up in 2 college towns. And they're awesome places because everybody is all about the U.
Except for the one that starts with a T and ends with an E.
Right, exactly. There you go. That's more of that's not really a college town. That's like a suburb.
Yeah, no.
It's a big city suburb.
It's right there in the middle of everything.
Exactly. So, all right, DK on the sports tip. Much more coming up for you. We're a little bit late getting to the break. We'll come back 4 o'clock hour. And I understand we got some special guests in the building. Some special guests in the building are going to join us in the 4 o'clock hour. That is straight ahead. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
From the Auto Nation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, this is Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together. Collision Pantano near Escalante, south of Escalante on Pantano, and a closure due to an earlier collision. Valencia near Houghton, traffic on Valencia to the east of Houghton is closed. 57 the overnight low, 86 tomorrow, and 82 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together.
This report is sponsored by eBay. Swapping out your tires? There's nothing like it. With eBay, you find the feel you're looking for, from smooth highway rides to grip for rough terrain. Get all the tires you need at the prices you'll love. eBay. Things people love.
Yeah, Goodfellas AC.
Hi, can I get a second opinion from you guys on something?
Of course. It's what we're here for.
So, my wife's brother claimed he'd done some AC repair before.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, and now there's kind of a rope and pulley situation that opens the freezer door and a fan inside turns on to cool off the house.
Huh, very creative.
Really?
No, not at all. Next time, call us first, yeah?
Yeah.
Call Goodfellas AC for free estimates and second opinions. Good service, good prices, Goodfellas. GoodfellasAC.com.
Get your backyard summer ready with a custom pool from First Choice Pools. A backyard oasis built around you. First Choice is a full-service builder of beautiful in-ground pools and backyard designs for years of staycations. If you want to dive in this summer, now is the time to visit TucsonPoolBuilder.com. First Choice Pools for installs, renovation, remodeling, and repair. Get started today at TucsonPoolBuilders.com. Ask about our 60-day pool. To be summer ready, First Choice is the only choice.
Burgers sound great. Let's find a spot nearby. Wow, nothing? Oh well. Everybody okay with pizza instead?
Can she seriously not see us?
No, she can't. Time to get a boost. Get found and get on the map. Learn more at CumulusBoost.com.
If you have old windows, they are probably driving up your energy bills. Upgrade with new windows from the Window Depot. The Window Depot provides unbeatable value and a wide variety of in-stock and custom order windows to fit your style and budget. With our exclusive SI window brand, made right here in the USA, you'll get a full lifetime warranty, including glass replacement, for ultimate peace of mind. Order online at thewindowdepot.com or visit a location near you and start your project today. Experience the best prices, the biggest inventory, only at the Window Depot.
Think Tucson is a boring place with nothing to do? Wrong. Roadhouse Cinemas is proud to announce the newest addition to the family, called Roadie's Lanes, Games, and Gastropub. It's a family entertainment center. Roadie's features axe throwing, spark bowling, crazy darts, state-of-the-art laser tag, 100 arcade games with an uber-cool redemption center, big screen TVs everywhere for all the action, and a sports bar with 2 giant 14-foot LED TVs perfect to catch the latest game. Roadie's also has a full-service bar and kitchen serving up great eats to please everyone. So come on down and check out Tucson's newest and best family entertainment center. Kids are gonna love it, and so will Mom and Dad. Roadie's Lanes, Games, and Gastropub, now open on the corner of Swan and Grant in the Crossroads Festival.
And this Friday, we've got a sweet deal for you from Roadies. You can get a $50 Roadies game card for just $25. And this sweet deal will go on sale this Friday morning at 8:30 at WildcatsRadio1290.com.
Sean Furrier for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Spring is on its way to southern Arizona, and while we're hoping for a few more weeks of mild weather, we know extreme heat comes next. So right now is the time to get your car or truck road trip ready. And with 14 convenient locations, Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care is the place. Not sure about your car's air conditioner? Need to check out that light on your dashboard? Or make sure your battery can make it through another summer? Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care is here to help. With decades of experience here in Arizona and dozens of top shop awards for tires and automotive maintenance. And right now, save big on the brands you love, like Michelin, and get big rebates like $100 back on Cooper tires. Plus, buy 3, get 1 free on Cooper's new Pro Control Series tires. You can stack on even more savings when you pay with your Jack Furrier card. Check out jackfurriers.com for all the promotions and details, and even more money-saving coupons on top of our already low prices. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, since 1960, here to get you there.
This is Zach Gelb with the Sports Minute, sponsored by Napa. The pros that know AC parts inside and out. Joe Burrow got his money. Jamar Chase and T. Higgins got theirs as well. And the man still waiting for a new deal with the Cincinnati Bengals is Trey Hendrickson. The Bengals should be in win-now mode, and not finding a way to get a deal done with the man who's recorded 35 sacks in the last 2 seasons would make absolutely zero sense to me, especially when defense isn't the strength for Cincinnati. I'm Zach Gelb.
What's up, baseball fans? It's time to swing big on your bets this season. Step up to the plate with an Odds Boost token from BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of Major League Baseball. No opt-in is required. Just log into your BetMGM account to receive your Odds Boost token. Then, place a bet on any MLB game and activate your token. If your boosted bet hits, you'll score a bigger payout. No matter the showdown, BetMGM is your betting home for baseball. Don't miss your chance at a bigger payout on your bet. Claim your MLB Odds Boost token today and activate the token before placing your bet. At BetMGM, the action is always on deck. So step up to the plate and get in on the excitement all season long. Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. MLB Odds Boost token can be used on any MLB odds of -300 or longer. See BetMGM.com for terms. Must be 21 years of age or older. Arizona only. Existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards vary and expire in 1 to 7 days. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP.
Your home for everything Arizona Wildcats. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290, KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus media station. DK on the sports tip, Wildcats Radio 1290.
2 outs, nobody on, and Bivens home with a 1-2. Ground ball weakly hit to second. That should do it. Goss gloves, throws to first. That's in time, and that is your ball game. Too little, too late for the Diamondbacks. They lose it by a final score of 10-6.
All right, that was last night. Diamondbacks fell on the road in Game 2 of their 3-game series to the San Francisco Giants. Game 3, I should say, a day game. We'll get to that here in a moment. A lot of homers. Well, even go to San Francisco. There's a lot of home runs. And the Giants, they hit some big ones last night.
3-0, Arizona leading. 1 out. 1 strike pitch. Swing, and there's a shot! Deep left field. Way back there. Gurriel at the wall. Goodbye! A grand slam for Goss! His first big league homer is a grand slam. 2 on, 2 out. 7-4 Giants. The pitch on the way. Swing and a drive down the right field line. Deep, way back there, still going. It's gone! Right past the foul pole onto the arcade. A 3-run homer for Jung-Hoo Lee. And that breaks it open. 10-4 Giants.
10-6 was the final last night. Brandon Pfaadt gave up that grand slam early in the ball game. Torrey, on what Mr. Pfaadt needs to work on moving forward.
Put away pitch, get to 2 strikes, being able to finish hitters off. The two-seam fastball or the sinker was being yanked. He just couldn't locate his fastball.
Yeah, and then the other home run you heard there through the golden tones of John Miller. Is there anything better?
He's great.
Than John Miller calling a baseball game was given up by Joe Mantiply, a left-handed reliever. He gave it up to the left-handed hitting Korean-born player there. I knew I was going to mess this young man's up. Jung Lee, I believe is how you say. Jung-Hoo Lee is a center fielder for the Giants, left-handed hitter. You don't like to see left-handed relievers give up left-handed or home runs to left-handed hitters, and Torrey Lavello talking about Joe Mantiply and what he needs to work on as well.
Joe, once again, needs to get into a little bit of a rhythm, and it's seems like every time he makes a mistake, he pays for it. I love the matchup with him and their number 4 hitter. He just got clipped on a breaking ball, so maybe a little bit more finish, a little bit more conviction with his pitches. We need to get him on a roll. We need Joe Mantiply to be able to go out there and get big outs, especially against left-handed batters, the way he typically does.
I think I said Jung-Hoo Lee was from Korea. He's actually from Japan. So my apologies there to the Japanese fans out there. Center fielder wears number 51. That sounds familiar, right? Number 51 wearing center fielder, but he could hit. Sounds like he could hit for a whole lot more power than one Mr. Ichiro.
He's leading them in hitting, actually.
Yeah,
and back to the park, DK. When they built that place and Bonds was doing his thing, I still to this day, I think if I was put in a position to pick one venue 1 feet, like dunking in Madison Square Garden or whatever.
Right.
Hitting a home run in McCovey Cove. I mean, come on. Just the splash down and all the boats in a big game where they got all the little boats out there waiting for a ball to find it. It's such a crazy venue. Ever since they built that place, it's amazing.
It's fun. It is definitely one of those fun ballparks. I don't know if I've been to one game there in my life. It's actually a playoff game back in, I think, 2014 when they were kind of in the height of their runs there and winning World Series. I went and saw the Giants Cardinals. We just happened to be in San Francisco because my wife was running in the San Francisco half marathon that year, and we were it was like the night before, we were at the bar or something, and we were like, okay, because I think we were watching another game, it was the Nationals are playing, or the Cardinals and the Nationals, and we're like, well, if the Cardinals win, then there's going to be a game here Saturday night, so we got to get tickets. So like the Cardinals won the game to clinch their spot, and we immediately got on, because this is what we do, we immediately got on the phone and started looking for tickets, and we got tickets to game 1 of the NLCS that year between the Giants and the Cardinals. So today, much better outcome in terms of the fact that the Diamondbacks win the game by a score of 8-7. Still a lot of home runs allowed, and Eduardo Rodriguez continues not to pitch very well. Now, he did not give up any home runs today. There were 4 home runs in this game. The Diamondbacks hit 3 of them, including 2 by my guy, Ketel Marte. Thank you very much. But Eduardo Rodriguez's ERA is over 7. And he allowed 4 runs on 5 hits in 4 innings. He walked 3. I don't know, at some point, how much longer you keep Eduardo Rodriguez in the rotation, but he's got to start to put together a solid outing or 2, and we just have not seen that from him thus far.
Let's see, 8-4, 8-4, 3-3-4. That's his last. Yeah. That's his last 2 months of work.
Not what you want. Not what you want for sure. Gino hit a 3-run home run today, 388 feet. Marte again hit 2 home runs for the Diamondbacks, 2 of their 3, and they win it 8-7. So the Diamondbacks will head out, and I believe Torey Lovello got ejected from that ball game. We'll see if we can get some reaction to that. If not tonight, we'll get that to you tomorrow. So the Diamondbacks are now 5 games out behind the Dodgers, sitting in 4th place. They are still, though, 2 games behind San Francisco, who has a 2-game advantage on them. San Diego in 2nd place, just a half game behind L.A. and 4.5 up on Arizona. And, of course, Colorado is 20 games out, sitting in the cellar. That is your Diamondbacks download for tonight. The guys, I believe, have a day off tomorrow, and they will come home, short road trip, and host the Rockies on Friday night. Cricket joins us here. Cricket, ladies and gentlemen, has arrived. What's up to you? You're like over in the corner there in that picture.
I did not do that on purpose.
We kind of moved your stuff a little. We were doing some testing in here.
Why'd you do
earlier,
that?
so that's probably why you're a little bit in terms of your shot there. But I'm going to start calling you. We always said Cricket had tickets, right? Mm-hmm. I'm going to start calling you Sweet Deal Cricket.
Yay, I like that.
Sweet
that sounds nice.
Deal Cricket.
Yay me.
She got sweet deals. Every week you have a sweet deal.
We try.
What you
we
got
definitely
what
try.
Do you have this week?
This Friday, our sweet deal from Roadies, Lanes, Games, and Gastro Pub.
Okay.
So they have everything. It's this huge family entertainment center at Grant and Swan. They have got axe throwing, bowling, arcade games.
Have you ever done that?
Axe throwing?
Yeah, no.
I mean, not like in a facility.
Oh, but
not like professionally.
not professionally.
In the backyard.
But yeah, I actually used to have a board.
Sure, really?
I would throw ninja stars too.
Not the turf axe.
Right.
Throw the real axe board.
Like I would do that.
Wow.
But in addition to like axe throwing and bowling, they've got arcade games, crazy darts. I don't know what that is.
I have no idea.
It reminds me of Jarts. Remember
Crazy
Jarts
darts.
from the 80s? They've got laser tag, 100 arcade games. And listen to this. You can watch all the games there. They have got 2 giant 14-foot LED TVs.
Wow.
How?
I mean, 2.
I was going to say, how big is a 14-foot TV? Obviously, it's 14 feet, obviously. But, that's got to be huge.
Could you imagine watching Top Gun on that thing, DK?
Oh.
Or Footloose?
Stop. Yeah.
Because because I've never seen it.
Top Gun, trust me, Top Gun on a 14-foot TV would be. I told you back in the day when my frat brother was the first person that would hook up the stereo to the television, and one of the first movies we watched after he did that was Top Gun, and he turned the volume all the way up, so the jet scenes were just you felt like you were literally on the tarmac.
You were booming.
Yeah, exactly.
Booming.
So I think Footloose would be very much like that.
It'd be very fun.
Yeah.
It's good. I hear they both have great soundtracks.
Yes,
they
do.
both. But this sweet deal on Friday from Roadies, Lanes, Games, and Gastropub at 8:30 on Friday morning at WildcatsRadio1290.com. Pay $25, but you'll get $50 to spend.
I like it.
I think everyone's going to love it. And when you think about the summer coming, the kids are so bored and Mom, Dad, what are we going to do? So get them this sweet deal at Roadies, and you can take them out for some fun, right?
Yeah, I have not been to Roadies, so now I've got to check that out as
Crazy
well.
darts, man.
Crazy darts. Is that maybe when you throw it, it takes a left
it's
and then
like
a right
boomerang.
before it
It's like a boomerang.
Exactly. Something like that is Crazy Darts. All right, Cricket getting you home every 20 minutes on the fives as well with your traffic and your weather.
And from the AutoNation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, it's Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather together. Collision at Irvington near I-19 on Irvington to the west of I-19. Also an earlier collision and a closure. Valencia closed east of Houghton. 57, the overnight low, 86 tomorrow and 82. Now, I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather together.
This report is sponsored by Arizona Lottery.
When you play the Arizona Lottery, there's always a chance you'll win big, but there's also a guarantee that you'll be giving back to the community. There's joy in it all. Love the play with scratchers, draw games, and more from the Arizona Lottery.
Hey, it's DK on the Sports Tip. Don't miss a minute of the best Arizona Wildcats coverage in town. Tell your Alexa device to play Wildcats Radio 1290. This is your home of Arizona football, men's basketball, and baseball. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Sean Furrier for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Spring is on its way to southern Arizona, and while we're hoping for a few more weeks of mild weather, we know extreme heat comes next. So right now is the time to get your car or truck road trip ready. And with 14 convenient locations, Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care is the place. Not sure about your car's air conditioner? Need to check out that light on your dashboard? Or make sure your battery can make it through another summer? Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care is here to help. With decades of experience here in Arizona and dozens of top shop awards for tires and automotive maintenance. And right now, save big on the brands you love, like Michelin, and get big rebates like $100 back on Cooper tires. Plus, buy 3, get 1 free on Cooper's new Pro Control Series tires. You can stack on even more savings when you pay with your Jack Furrier card. Check out jackfurriers.com for all the promotions and details, and even more money-saving coupons on top of our already low prices. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, since 1960, here to get you there.
Our daughter was addicted to pain meds, and for over 2 decades, she was lost to us. We tried to help, but the more we tried, the worse it got. She went to 18 different rehabs. We finally realized that to really love her, we needed to let her go, even when that meant her going to jail. When she got out, she went to Gospel Rescue Mission, and as the days turned into months, we knew we had our daughter back.
If you need help, or if you know someone who needs help, go to grmtucson.com.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone. I went through it a while back. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text. Text CUTS to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text CUT to 42424. That's CUT to 42424.
Products and statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or illness.
The success you've already had matters at University of Maryland Global Campus because we're a school for real life. An accredited state university, UMGC lets you earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's for prior learning, life, and work experience, or transfer up to 12 credits toward a master's. We offer affordable tuition and online and hybrid courses. No application fee if you apply by May 30th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
So hot. Hi, can I help you? Good afternoon. We're with Goodfellas AC Rapid Response Team. But I didn't call yet.
That's how fast we are, man.
Just as I thought. This AC is out.
No, we're not gonna lose it. Come on. Come on. Don't you die on me.
Johnson, get a hold of yourself. Sorry, we take this very seriously.
Wow, you fellas are good.
It's not just a name, ma'am.
It's who we are kind of thing.
Good service, good prices, Goodfellas. GoodfellasAC.com.
I'm Taylor Bishotti with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. 7 regular season games will be played outside the United States this year across 5 countries. Berlin, Madrid, and Dublin all join the international series as host cities for the first time. The Jaguars, who lead all franchises in international games, will play their 14th this season, all of which have been in London. Meantime, Bengals defensive end Trey Hendrickson says he will not play for the team under his current contract in 2025. The 30-year-old is set to make $15.8 million in base salary this year, the final year of his current deal. Hendrickson, who's been seeking a new contract, was at the team facility Tuesday, but did not participate in off-season workouts. He expressed disappointment in the team's communication and messaging, saying, quote, "They've done right by their own perspective. My perspective is different. It's become personal, unfortunately." This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Member Week is here at Lowe's. Don't miss your chance to get up to 40% off hundreds of items like paint, outdoor and home essentials, and more. Shop our exclusive deals happening in-store and online now through May 14th. Not a rewards member? Join for free today and get ready to save more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to goodrx.com/GLP. That's goodrx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
DK on the sports tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
All right, we got some surprise visitors in the studio today. It is the Pima Aztecs softball team headed to the Division II World Series. I've got America Lopez Bedoy, Giselle Nunez, Clarice Figueroa, Jalissa Lopez, and Baylin Camacho. Ladies, welcome into Wildcats Radio 1290.
Thank you for having us.
Now, apparently, though, you guys came here to play some music on the Vibe, is what I understand. How did you guys get invited to the Vibe? Tell me how that came down, America.
He texted our head coach, Becca, and instead of just, giving us a little shout out, just, to come and support Pima, he was like, hey, let's have Pima take over our show today. So that's how we ended up here.
Okay, so how long did Earn Dollars let you guys DJ over there on the FM side?
2 hours.
2 hours?
2 hours. Yeah.
2 hours. Okay, so how many songs did you get to play, Giselle, in that 2 hours? Which songs did you choose today?
Well, he didn't let us choose the songs because I think
right.
they were already kind of pre-recorded. But
all right.
I can't remember what the songs were, but they were good songs.
Clarice, had you ever had a chance to be a DJ on a music station before?
No, it was my first time.
First time?
Yeah.
All right. So what did you think of that experience over there?
It was really cool, like learning all the little technical things that go on in the radio, like to have the radio station do. It was really cool.
See, and now you guys are on a sports station here talking about, though, what you really know a lot about. Jalissa, tell me what position you play for the ladies.
I play center field.
Center field, outfielder. Okay, so where are you from, Jalissa? What high school did you go to?
I went to Tucson High.
Tucson High. Okay, what are the high schools? What's your high school, Baylin?
I went to Pueblo.
Pueblo High School. Yeah. Okay, and America?
I went to Sunnyside High School.
Sunnyside, Giselle?
Tucson High as well.
Tucson High, Clarice?
Mountain View.
Mountain View. Okay, so we got a bunch of different high schools in here. Now, did you guys all grow up playing softball, Clarice, against each other?
Yeah. We've been playing together for a very long time.
Very long time. Okay, so has that made it easier, I guess, Giselle, to kind of come together on this collegiate level and be able to have a successful team?
Yes, I feel we also played like club together. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah, a lot of chemistry between us.
Baylin, when's the first time you played softball? How old were you when you first started playing softball?
I think I was either 7 or 8.
7 or 8 years old. What made you want to go out and take up this particular sport?
Well, my dad was a big baseball fan. He played baseball like all his years. So he just really wanted me to go down that path and play softball. So he introduced me to it. So, and then ever since then, I've been playing.
Jalissa, what do you love about being, I played center field when I played baseball. What do you love about being the captain of the outfield out there, the person that has to go get every ball in the gaps?
I love playing center field. I like that I have control over left and right. But I have a really good outfield with me, Talia and Aubrey, so they make it easy to. We're very stacked out there. So.
That's awesome. All right, we got the Pima Aztecs softball team in studio with us today. They are going to be the number 7 seed at the Division II World Series. They'll play next Monday against Iowa Central down in Alabama. Has anybody been to Alabama before?
No.
What are you most looking forward to, Giselle, about going to Alabama?
Obviously to play ball, but I'm looking forward to obviously exploring it kind of. We have those maybe one day off, so having fun over there with the team.
There you go. Now, America, what position do you play?
I'm a catcher.
You're the catcher.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's that like for you to kind of put on the they call them the tools of ignorance and get behind the plate there and really help your pitchers be able to perform pretty well?
Yeah, I mean, it's fun. The coaches, they have a lot of trust in me with whether it's, calling pitches, taking timeouts, taking a hold of our pitchers here. And it's a really cool thing. Pitchers, all the pitchers that are there, we all have a really tight bond, Belen and I have been playing together since we were 10 years old, so we have a lot of chemistry. Same thing with our ace, Anna. So it's really fun.
That's awesome. And now I had Jessica Thompson on the show yesterday, one of the pitchers. Tell me a little bit about Jessica. She's undefeated this year.
Yes. Jessica Thompson has a nasty changeup. Nasty.
Have any of you guys had a chance to try to hit that changeup in practice?
I've had plenty of chances, never succeeded once. Yeah, we actually did. We do this thing called 2-pitch, where our pitchers pitch live against us, and we start off with a special count 3-1-2-2, just working, batting. And Jessica struck me out on her changeup yesterday.
Look
Our friendship
out.
went on a pause for a second there.
Pause. Oh boy! But it's back. It's back off pause now.
We're back.
Okay, who's the best hitter in the room right now? Who's the best at the plate?
Giselle.
Okay, Giselle. What makes you the one of the great hitters on this team?
I have not to brag, but I have 22 home runs this season.
22.
Yeah, I have a pretty good batting average, and I'm up there in RBIs as well.
Oh, there you go. Outstanding. All right. So you all have grown up in this community. Softball is so big here in southern Arizona. What does that mean for all of you to be from here, to be playing on this particular team, and to be able to represent your not only just your school, but to be able to represent all of Tucson, Clarice, at the national level, at the World Series?
I think for us been playing together for so long, it gives us this bond that is just unmatched when we're out on the field. And having the support from the community really helps us too.
There you go. Who are some of the, I know there's a lot of probably people that you looked up to playing the sport growing up. Jalissa, who's maybe one player that you looked up to, whether it was somebody locally here or maybe somebody on the national level that you looked up to growing up and that made you really want to excel at the sport?
Growing up, I was coached by Logan Hall, and I always think about her. I haven't, came in contact with her in a while, but she inspired me a lot. So, Logan Hall, if you're listening, I miss you, and everything I do, I think about her. She was, my really good coach, my first coach, besides my dad, so.
Who's the fastest on the team?
Me.
No.
Who's the fastest?
Taya.
Taya? Okay, but who's the fastest in the room right now? Of all the folks I have in the room right now, who's the fastest?
Jalissa.
Jalissa. Okay, Jalissa, what makes you the fastest? Obviously, center fielder. Where did you develop your speed?
I think I'm just, really tall, so I use my length for everything.
There you go.
Yeah.
Outstanding. Tell me about Rebecca and what she's meant to you guys. Rebecca Quiros, your head coach. Giselle, you can go first.
About
Rebecca, yeah. What's been cool about playing for her?
I feel like she really knows how to get us going before the games, and she cares about us a lot, kind of like we're her children, you know. She kind of just looks out for us. She makes sure that we're safe, we're fed, you know. She takes really good care of us. So
awesome. America, what's maybe the biggest piece of advice she's given you playing softball?
Oh man, I think I kind of went through a pretty hard rough drought the fall season. I wasn't hitting or playing as well as I would. I just think the transition going from high school or club ball to actually playing college ball was pretty hard for me, and just trying to play towards the coach's expectations. I was playing with that pressure that really wasn't on me. I was just really hard on myself, and I had a lot of talks in the fall season with all the coaches, but Coach Beck reminded me so many times about what kind of player I am and what I can do for this team and everything, and finally broke out of that slump during the regular season. Just her constantly talking to me and keeping my confidence up and everything. She just helps a lot with that.
That's awesome. Now, I remember a couple years ago that the team, I don't know if any of you were on the team in 2023, but I remember that 2023 team, they kind of had this thing. It was like a little tiki guy, and they had a cowboy hat on him. It was kind of their little thing that they did whenever they would hit a home run. They had a special hat that they would put on each other. What is your guys' thing? What's that thing that you guys have when good things happen, or when Giselle hits a home run and she comes back? What's the thing on this year's team?
We have this little stuffed animal. It's a duck, right? It's a duck, and we named him Chiro.
Chiro?
That's our little mascot. We take him everywhere.
Who came up with the name Chiro?
Jalissa.
Jalissa, tell me how that came about.
My cat.
Giselle really likes cats, and her cat's name is Cheeto, so I just said Chiro with an R.
Wait, who's got a cat named Cheeto?
Me.
Oh,
I do.
Giselle has a cat named Cheeto?
Yes.
And you just changed it to Chiro.
Chiro.
Cheeto.
Yeah.
Cheeto. Okay.
It fluctuates. So.
And so this stuffed animal, who bought the stuffed animal? Who got it?
Clarissa.
Clarissa. Why did you buy the duck? What made?
I didn't buy it. I actually got it.
You got it
from my nana.
Oh, your nana gave it to you?
Yeah, my nana gave it to me.
So how did you decide, okay, this is what the mascot's going to be? Because you probably have a bunch of stuffed animals, right? Why the duck?
I just really wanted a duck, like a real duck. So, I don't know, I just brought it. Just because we didn't really have anything. So, yeah.
We're chatting with the Pima Aztecs softball team. All right, we're going to go right down the line. We'll start with America. America, what do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be part of the medical field, sports medicine, so athletic training or physical therapy.
Okay. Giselle.
I want to be a orthopedic surgeon.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Where'd you get those cool shades you got? Those are cool shades.
Oakley.
Oakley.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Yep.
Look at you. How
Decked
about
out in
you,
Oakley.
Clarice?
I want to be an engineer.
Engineer.
Yeah.
All right. What kind of engineer?
I don't know yet for sure.
Not sure yet?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Jalissa?
I want to be a lawyer.
Lawyer. What excites you about the law field?
I love everything about law. The thing that excites me is that, like, my sister, she inspires me a lot. So one thing about law is it's never going to go away. So you're always going to be settled for life.
Is your sister a lawyer?
No, my sister, she's just very educated. She just got her master's degree. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
Belen?
I would say I would also want to do something in the sports medicine field.
Okay. Awesome. Trainers and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That is really, really cool. So you guys are on your way to Alabama. 7th seed, is that about where we thought we were going to be seated, or did you think higher? What did you guys think going in?
Possibly a little bit lower. I thought
wow, really?
Yeah, maybe like just out of 10th seed, just because of our losses to a big seed. I thought that's what was going to be the cause, but no.
And
grateful we got number 7.
And I understand that Pima is starting an NIL program that's going to be a very advantageous. What years are you? All you guys sophomores? You come back next year? Is anybody come back next year? Or?
We're all freshmen.
You guys are all freshmen? Oh, my goodness. All right, somebody's camera is on the move there. That happens sometimes. So you guys are all freshmen. So tell me about this NIL program and potentially how that's going to benefit you guys moving forward.
Yeah, so I was recently interviewed by Jenna from KVOA Channel 4 talking about this. It's a pretty big deal because, Pima is the first community college here in Arizona to get this opportunity for the NIL things. And I think it's really awesome that us as student athletes, at a JUCO level, get this opportunity, whether it's helping us pay for our tuition, helping our families, or just setting us up for our future.
How are you guys crafting? Jalissa, how are you guys crafting your brands? Like, I know you all have, TikToks and Instagram and all that. How do you try to craft the presentation of you as a student and an athlete?
I think it's important that we recognize that we're students before athletes. So just, I think it would be important to brands for them to recognize that we put our education first before anything else.
Do you guys feel like when you go back to like your little leagues and stuff, do you guys feel like celebrities when you walk around and all the little girls say, "Ooh, she's on the Pima World Series team"? How about you, America? You get that a lot when you go back to the little leagues?
Oh yeah, even just going back to like high school games, they talk big about you over there, and yeah.
Now, whose high schools are still? I know some of the high schools are still. I think Sunnyside is Tucson is still playing, or any of your high schools still in the state tournament. Do you know? I think Tucson might still be in it.
Tucson just got eliminated last night.
Did they get it last night?
But they made it pretty far. I think that was the quarterfinal.
Okay.
Yeah, they made it pretty far.
Outstanding. Well, ladies, we appreciate you taking a chance to come in here and chat with us as well. Best of luck. You guys leave when? Saturday?
Yes.
Leaving on Saturday. Have a safe trip down to Alabama. Play well, and we're looking forward to continued success, having all your ladies back next year, and hopefully do it again, another 3rd straight region championship and another trip to the World Series, and who knows, maybe a national championship will be in the offing in the not-too-distant future.
Yes, sir. Yes.
That is the Pima softball team. America Lopez Bedoy, Giselle Nunez, Clarice Figueroa, Jalissa Lopez, and Balin Camacho. Cricket is getting you home every 20 minutes on the 5s with your traffic and your weather.
From the AutoNation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, this is Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together. Valencia near Houghton, a closure in effect due to an earlier collision. Valencia closed east of Houghton. Also crash Irvington west of I-19 at Irvington and Calle Santa Cruz. 57 the overnight low, 86 tomorrow, and 82 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together.
This report is sponsored by Arizona Lottery.
When you play the Arizona Lottery, there's always a chance you'll win big, but there's also a guarantee that you'll be giving back to the community. There's joy in it all. Love the play with scratchers, draw games, and more from the Arizona Lottery.
AutoNation Honda Tucson at the Auto Mall is your premier automotive destination in town. Explore the new 2025 Honda models and extensive collection of pre-owned vehicles. Experience no-hassle financing and our no-haggle, one-price selection. Visit AutoNation Honda Tucson at the Auto Mall today.
All right, she's inside. Are you good?
Yeah. It's just, she's my baby girl, you know?
I do, and ceramic coating was a good choice.
She's beautiful.
Yep, I know.
Recon Auto Detailing. Enhance or restore your baby to her former glory with paint recondition, ceramic coating, paint protection, tinting, and more for full protection of your vehicle inside and out. New cars, old cars, we love them all. Recon Auto Detailing, 3829 North Oracle Road, Tucson. ReconDetail.com.
You wanted to see me, Ron?
Yeah, see that woman sitting there? When did we hire her?
Oh, we didn't hire her. It's Take Your Mom to Work Day.
I've never heard of that.
Saw it on the internet.
Oh, boy.
Hey, guys. It's neat that Gary has a mom and all, but shouldn't we be talking about Alaska vacations?
That's why I brought Mom in.
I'm sure she's a lovely lady, but she can't promise a 1-year no-breakdown guarantee the way Alaskan AC does.
Nope.
And she doesn't promise lower energy bills the way Alaskan AC does.
Nope.
And she doesn't make sure people's air conditioner lasts longer than average, the way Alaskan AC does.
Nope. But she sings.
If you want your AC to last all summer long, with an Alaska vacation, it will always blow strong.
Wow.
Double wow.
Thanks, Mom.
Anything for the president of the company. How long have you two boys worked for Gary?
Gary!
Hey, gotta go. Promise to take Mom to lunch. Bye.
If you want your AC to last all summer long, with an Alaska vacation, it will always blow strong.
Schedule now at AlaskanAC.com.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone. I went through it a while back. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text. Text CUTS to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text CUT to 42424. That's CUT to 42424.
Products and statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or illness.
Progressive knows owning a home can be hard, but not always. Like when you're relaxing on your patio, enjoying a nice, quiet evening. So quiet. Except for the sound of the neighbor's party. Which you said you'd go to if you weren't busy. And your quiet night on the patio, that's not exactly busy, is it? Maybe you should just stay inside. At least Progressive's Home Quote Explorer lets you easily compare rates, so shopping for insurance is the easiest part of owning a home. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it. But not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
This is Zach Gelb with Sports Minute, sponsored by Napa. The pros that know AC parts inside and out. Joe Burrow got his money. Jamar Chase and T. Higgins got theirs as well. And the man still waiting for a new deal with the Cincinnati Bengals is Trey Hendrickson. The Bengals should be in win-now mode, and not finding a way to get a deal done with the man who's recorded 35 sacks in the last 2 seasons would make absolutely zero sense to me, especially when defense isn't the strength for Cincinnati. I'm Zach Gelb.
What's up, baseball fans? It's time to swing big on your bets this season. Step up to the plate with an Odds Boost token from BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of Major League Baseball. No opt-in is required. Just log into your BetMGM account to receive your Odds Boost token. Then, place a bet on any MLB game and activate your token. If your boosted bet hits, you'll score a bigger payout. No matter the showdown, BetMGM is your betting home for baseball. Don't miss your chance at a bigger payout on your bet. Claim your MLB Odds Boost token today and activate the token before placing your bet. At BetMGM, the action is always on deck, so step up to the plate and get in on the excitement all season long. Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. MLB Odds Boost token can be used on any MLB odds of -300 or longer. See BetMGM.com for terms. Must be 21 years of age or older. Arizona only. Existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards vary and expire in 1 to 7 days. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
This is Mobley. Beautiful flash and an exquisite pass from Garland. Here comes Mitchell underneath. Boy, smart pass. Allen with a forceful flush. How would Cleveland handle the pressure of this moment? So far, so good as they play with a 19-point lead.
Defensively, they've done a great job.
So the Cavs lead back to 15. Nembhard left open with Hunter stumbling, and Nembhard able to bang in the three, and suddenly Indiana's offense showing life. Siakam, mismatch with Garland. Allen got a piece. Siakam's gonna fire, and he's put the Pacers in front. 4-point lead. Jerome blocked by Halliburton. Halliburton on the push to the cup. Tyrese Halliburton at both ends.
You don't have to foul here, but you have got to come up with a stop.
5 to shoot. Turner, he puts it down. The Indiana Pacers, this resurgent, ascending franchise, has punched their ticket to the Eastern Conference Finals for a second straight year.
Adding to my misery as a Cleveland fan. Yeah, thanks a lot. All right, best team in the Eastern Conference, 64 wins, and can't get out of the second round.
You know, DK, we haven't talked about this yet, but nightmare matchup, and I'll tell you why. The Pacers' pace is twice as fast as the average team in the NBA. They're really they fast break DK on made baskets. Now, what are the Cavs trying to do? They're trying to dominate offensive rebounding. Most of their scoring comes inside the paint with their two bigs. So, unfortunately, with the injuries to Garland with the toe, with Spida having some injury issues along the way, in addition to that, just the style of play offensively that the Cavs play, if they're not knocking down their threes, it just lends itself to this wave after wave of 10, 12 deep Pacers running with Halliburton at the lead, and that's what they ran into.
It's kind of like I was talking to a buddy of mine. We made the baseball analogy. It's kind of like when you have that team that's all offense, gets you there with offense, and then they get to the playoffs and teams can pitch. And you can't hit home runs every single night.
I do believe that if that was a healthy Cavs team, that they win that series.
Yeah.
I firmly believe that. And I love the Pacers. I love this Pacers team. I love the style that they play with. It's traditional, real basketball, DK. They're not trying to get one guy the ball 50 times. Whoever's open is the guy who takes the shot. I mean, that's the way basketball should be played if you don't have Michael Jordan, Kobe, LeBron on your team. And that's the way the Pacers play. That was the first game last night that any player on the Pacers scored over 30 in this entire playoffs.
So good for them, and Ben Mathurin and T.J. McConnell on to the Eastern Conference Finals for another year. Warriors and Steve Kerr facing elimination tonight. And, of course, Steve Kerr is not going to have his best player, Steph Curry, due to injury. And it's been a series, he says, that they have not had any answers for the one Anthony Edwards on the other side for the Timberwolves.
Ant got going, and, we decided to go to a bigger lineup with J.K. and Trace, Draymond, Jimmy, just to try to slow them down and slow Ant down. And obviously didn't work. They kept scoring, and we couldn't score. So we just lost our ability to connect the game there in that third quarter, and they got loose, and that was the difference in the game. I also thought they hit some really tough shots as well. They played a great game and obviously took it to us. And we got to bounce back. We got a flight to Minneapolis and a chance to extend the series, and that's the plan.
Steve, another tough shooting night for Brandon. I know he does other things, but at what point does he just have to make shots for you guys to be successful in this series?
Well, again, it's the series changed with Steph's injury, so everybody's shots are going to be more difficult. There's just, Steph's the guy who breaks the defense down for us and creates that offensive flow, and I think the end result is that shots are more difficult for every single guy. So I thought BP played really hard tonight, did some really good things. We pushed the tempo. We scored 60 points in the first half. So we did some good things. We just couldn't sustain it overall.
Brandon Podziemski is 4 for 24 shooting the basketball in the last 2 games for the Golden State Warriors. That'll be the late game tonight, 6:30 tip-off, Game 5 against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Celtics and Knicks playing right now. Quick update on that game. It is the Celtics losing at home right now, 40-32. Time now for your Desert Diamond Casino replay. It is brought to you by Desert Diamond Casino Sportsbook. It is Arizona's best bet. Talking earlier with Trey Spivey, Arizona Wildcats wide receiver. Trey on the position he's going to play outside in this Seth Deggy offense.
Yeah, so right now I'm playing the X, so I've been outside a lot, but I believe I'm an extremely versatile receiver. I can play inside, I can play slot. At my last school, I played the Z, so I was playing outside and slot. I love to keep defenses on their toes and be dynamic from all over the field. So I feel like when there's a big receiver that can do that, I feel like there's only so much that you can do the game plan against that, because you never know what's coming next.
I mentioned, obviously, son of Junior Spivey, a longtime Major League Baseball player. Why football, not baseball for you?
Man, honestly, growing up, I always thought baseball was going to be my sport. Really, I thought football was going to be my last sport. So I played football, baseball, and basketball. And I really thought that I was going to end up – I've always thought, like, whatever sport I played, I was going to go to the league regardless. But I always believed that it was going to be baseball or basketball. And I want to say in middle school was when I was really, like, producing in football. I was like, okay, like, I'm really enjoying football. And I got to high school. I was a DN, and I ended up moving to receiver. And I just started getting recruited earlier in football. I was playing so many sports that I couldn't really do, like, club baseball. So I was really banking on a lot of the high school stuff. In my junior year, the coach had told me I was trying out, and I was pitching, and I had a really good tryout. You know what I'm saying? I was throwing 90, 91, 92 off the mound. I got a curveball that I love. You know what I'm saying? So I was real confident, but my coach told me that he thought I was too focused on football to play on the team. Because during the spring was when spring evaluation was. So there was a lot of college coaches coming to watch our practices during the spring. So now I would have to do part of tryouts and then leave, go to football. And I guess the baseball coach didn't like that I was doing that. So I didn't. He's like, the exact words, he was like, I don't think you're committed enough to baseball. I was like, all right, I'm not committed enough, I guess. So then I just stayed locked in. That spring, I picked up some more offers, and I just kind of kept it rolling through there.
Trey Spivey, that is your Desert Diamond Casino replay, brought to you by Desert Diamond Casino Sportsbook. It is Arizona's best bet. Thanks to Trey Spivey for joining us, the Pima softball team. For JW Madden, Cricket, Dragon Ball, my name is David Kelly. That's our time for tonight. Coming up next, the NFL schedule release. We'll talk to you tomorrow at 3. DK on the Sports Tip, Wildcats Radio 1290.
From the Auto Nation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, this is your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together. Speedway and 4th Avenue and Speedway Boulevard, a reported collision. There are westbound backups, westbound on Speedway, approaching and passing 4th Avenue, and also a collision and a closure in effect. Traffic on Valencia to the east of Houghton. Travel closed due to an earlier wreck. 57 the overnight low, 86 tomorrow, and 82 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Arizona Lottery.
When you play the Arizona Lottery, there's always a chance you'll win big, but there's also a guarantee that you'll be giving back to the community. There's joy in it all. Love the play with scratchers, draw games, and more from the Arizona Lottery.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
I don't have to tell you it's hot. Hi, this is Ron from Picture Rock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing. Make sure your home is cool and comfortable all summer long. Routine maintenance can often prevent major breakdowns. Call us before the first sign of trouble. Call today, 520-492-0748 or picturerockscooling.com.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
Honey, we should probably take something to the Johnsons.
Oh, great idea. Kim loves fresh flowers.
Perfect. Okay, let's see who's open.
Hi there. We've got gorgeous bouquets ready to go. 0.3 miles from your house.
All these shops are way too far. We're gonna be late.
Hello?
I got nothing. I guess we'll have to go get grocery store flowers.
Can he seriously not see us?
No, they can't see you because you're buried deep in the list of local florists. Introducing Cumulus Boost. Get a boost. Get found. Get on the map. Learn more at cumulusboost.com.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone. I went through it a while back. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text. Text CUTS to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text CUT to 42424. That's CUT to 42424.
Products and statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or illness.
O'Reilly.
Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we could recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Huge news. Right now at Wendy's, you can get a Son of Baconator for just $3. I don't think you understand this situation. The Son of Baconator is only $3 for a limited time. You know, smoked bacon, rich melted cheese. That Son of Baconator is only $3. Thank you to whoever wished upon that star. For bacon that just won't quit, gotta be Wendy's.
U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii, not valid on a combo or in third-party delivery platforms.
Progressive knows owning a home can be hard, but not always. Like when you're relaxing on your patio, enjoying a nice, quiet evening. So quiet. Except for the sound of the neighbor's party. Which you said you'd go to if you weren't busy. And your quiet night on the patio, that's not exactly busy, is it? Maybe you should just stay inside. At least Progressive's Home Quote Explorer lets you easily compare rates, so shopping for insurance is the easiest part of owning a home. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to Hims.com/joy. HIMS.com/JOY.
Westwood One presents Today in Women's Sports. Make the most of summer with stylish looks from Kohl's and Kohl's.com, where families come first. Basketball superstar Sabrina Ionescu returned to her college arena at the University of Oregon on Monday. Ionescu and the New York Liberty played an exhibition against the Toyota Antelopes, who are a Japanese professional team. The Liberty are the reigning WNBA champs, and they grabbed an 84-61 victory. Ionescu shined in her homecoming, finishing with 25 points. Before Monday's game, the mayor of Eugene, Oregon declared May 12th as Sabrina Ionescu Day. The former Duck won the Naismith College Player of the Year award during her senior season back in 2020.
Be able to give back to the University of Oregon, this community that has meant so much to me and allowed me to be where I'm at now in my professional career and give back to the next little Sabrina that's running around here in Eugene. So thank you very much for this.
With Today in Women's Sports, I'm Jody Jackson on Westwood One.
There are low prices, and then there are Kohl's lowest prices of the season. I got myself a comfy tee for just $4.99 and a stylish dress for 50% off. Then I found my husband a pair of shorts for under $17. Plus, I earned Kohl's cash. Yup, it doesn't get better than Kohl's lowest prices of the season. So go check them out before it's too late. Select styles, some exclusions apply. Offers end May 18th. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Do you have an invention idea but don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp today. We have representatives nationwide who will explain the InventHelp process step by step. Over 10,000 patents have been secured through InventHelp's patent referral services. The InventHelp data bank includes thousands of companies who have agreed to review new ideas. We've been helping inventors since 1984. Let's help you next. Get started today.
Call 1-800-217-4380. That's 1-800-217-4380. Again, 1-800-217-4380.
Your home for everything Arizona Wildcats. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290, KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus media station.
The following is a special presentation of Westwood One Sports. If it's the NFL, it's on Westwood One.
The 2025 NFL schedule is beginning to take shape.
Handoff, Barkley stutters to running to the right. Barkley will take it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. They are lining up the link.
We will start the season on September 4th in Philadelphia with one of the great rivalries. It's been a quarter century since the Cowboys and the Eagles have played Week 1.
Shotgun snap to Jones. Hit from behind. Watt hit him, and Watt strips him of the ball. And it's a fumble, and Watt's recovered. Watt's recovered for the Steelers.
Probably is the biggest day in the history of the NFL on the island of Ireland, because the Pittsburgh Steelers have been announced as a designated team for a game in Croke Park in 2025. Lads, I mean, where do we start?
My Vikes are the first team in NFL history to go back-to-back international games.
In different countries.
Yes.
Dublin, Ireland, Sunday, September 28th, and then they'll face the Brownies Sunday, October 5th in London.
We are exclusively revealing a marquee Thanksgiving Day matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Here is a shotgun snap. Mahomes running himself at the 10, inside the numbers, the 5, and he dives in for the touchdown. And the Chiefs have retaken the lead, 27-22. 10-14 to go.
Out of the gun, Nix fades back, 7-step drop, steps into a long, high-arcing throw, deep shot to Franklin, end zone, touchdown! It's 43 yards for the Rook, Bo Nix, and 6-0 Denver.
The Broncos will be Mahomes for Christmas. They're going to play at Kansas City's Arrowhead Stadium on Christmas night.
I got a little bit of news.